Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Dark Mage, what's going on? The final countdown for sure. Gotta build the hype with a solid countdown. Today, I'm just continuing to paint Azrael. I made some progress since you all last saw him. Specifically, I did some more work on the robes, a little bit more shading down, and on on getting some of the base colors fleshed out a little bit more. So like the gold and the silver metallics, that kind of thing. I started on the banner a little bit. If my camera will focus. It's having a hard time. It's like, surely you want to focus on the cork, right? Yes, thank you, camera. I appreciate you bringing the cork into focus. Anyway, I'm doing a little bit of cleanup here between the robes and the things on the belt. It's always a little bit of a pain to get the because basically anything that gets on the robes stands out because of how light the robes are. So you kind of got to do a little bit of cleanup. Hey, what's up, Evil? How's it going? That's some fine looking cork right there. Yeah, I know. My camera's like, here's a 4K resolution image of this cork. Surely that's what you want to show off for this stream. Like, thanks, big dog. You got me. This is a cork inspection stream, actually. You thought this was about Warhammer. Nah. It's about corks. Alright. As for what I'm gonna do now, I think I'm gonna start off with my second favorite wash. Actually, maybe it's my third favorite. I'm playing Elden Ring right now. Sheesh. Go crazy. Is this your first run through, or have you already beaten the game? This is your first one? Nice. How are you enjoying it so far? And have you played Dark Souls games before? In case anyone was wondering, the shade I'm talking about is Reichland Flesh Shade. It works really well for a lot of things, including getting some nice warm gold tones. But, you know, Null Oil will always hold the #1 spot, and I think I like... Number 2 has to be, I think, the Sepia shade. I use that a lot, mostly just because I paint a lot of tan colors. Somebody say Elden Ring? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Wolf? How's it going? It's going very well. This is my first Dark Souls game. Sheesh, go crazy. I have played Elden Ring. I didn't beat it. I got to. I think I actually deleted Elden Ring off my PC because I wanted to play a different game, and Elden Ring was taking up way too much space. But I beat Melania, and then I don't know. I got bored, I think. But I've beaten. I beat Elder Scroll sorry, wrong game. I beat Dark Souls 2 and 3. And then I've played like Sekiro, so like some other Souls likes. I'm a big fan of Souls likes. For some reason, I just couldn't make it through Elden Ring. I've been meaning to go back and finish it because it is a great game, but for some reason I just got burnt out, I guess. 1 Null Oil, 2 Reikland Fleshshade, Drakenhof Nightshade, another banger for sure. One of these days I'm gonna have to make a tier list. I'll do a tier list stream and I'll rank all the shades. Ruined 2 weeks of your childhood. Oof. Good luck on your journey. Yeah, for real, evil. Good luck on your first Souls-like. Get ready for the pain. Can't wait for Night Rain. Yeah, so I haven't played the Elden Ring DLC, and Night Rain does look really cool. That was a really hype reveal. My brother does a lot of he really likes Elden Ring, and he does a lot of the crazy challenges, like level 1 club only runs. He just does that. I'm like, bro, are you okay? Do you need help? I'm terrible at Souls games. Yeah, they're definitely not for everyone. It takes a certain level of I don't even know. You gotta be built different to do Souls games sometimes. They are intentionally set up for you to fail a lot of the time. At one point though, I was watching people that are doing like no-hit runs. Those people are built different. Like, holy. That's a level of dedication that I don't have. They're fun to watch though. The gimmicks and tricks that they use to get through certain parts of the game are always super interesting. You're like, bro, they're like, yeah, if you stand on this stone and roll backwards, you'll fall past this enemy and not take damage. And you're like, bro, how'd you figure that out? What? What? Well, how did you figure out that you need to stand on that stone and roll backwards? Like, what are you? What's going on in your life? I got clapped by Rolana from Elden Ring DLC day one. If I could have, I would have got a refund. Yo. Yeah, I heard the DLC had some crazy hard bosses. I also heard that they nerfed the bosses, because they were too hard, which I think is funny. I wish Mesmer had an actual second phase. They fumbled. Dang. They did have to nerf Radon. Yeah, that's what I heard. Although I thought it was funny that people were complaining that a Souls game was too hard. It's like that's like the whole point, you know? Like the whole point of the game is that it's supposed to be ridiculously hard. I guess the studio agreed though, because they actually did nerf it. If I had a nickel for every time they nerf Radon, I'd have 2 nickels. Yo. Doing a little bit of doing a little round of touch-ups here, just because I was getting annoyed at some of the mistakes. Yeah, even though I was going mad, I knew it was just bad. Yeah, the game is meant to be hard. Yeah. You were just after all, you're just a guy fighting the horrors of the abyss. Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting, Souls-likes are a very interesting game format, and, sometimes I get a craving to play a Souls-like, but I definitely have to be in a certain mental state to actually play them. Otherwise, I'm just like, I'm gonna put my controller through the wall if I keep playing this. Liza P was really good. Yeah, I really liked Liza P as well. I had a lot of fun playing that game. It wasn't Liza P, I think, isn't as hard as other Souls-likes, but the story was super interesting, and I appreciated that. Same thing with like the Star Wars games, Fallen Order and Survivor. I think Jedi Survivor is the other game. Really good games, not as difficult as like classic Dark Souls, but really fun, and like the stories are really good. So they're just like fun games to play. Liza P DLC needs to hurry up. I didn't know they were coming out with a DLC for Liza P. That's really exciting, actually. That's some big news. I think I enjoy parry mechanics more than dodge, and I agree. I like parry mechanics too, which is why I really liked Sekiro. Sekiro was really fun because they really like lent into the parry mechanics, which was like I loved that. And going back to playing like playing Elden Ring after Sekiro was kind of sad for me because the parry mechanic is just not the same. Yes, the drip too. Yeah, give me it right now. Yeah, Fallen Order I loved. You didn't? Oh, you didn't like Jedi Survivor? I had 90% on the Jedi games. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I liked them both. I thought they were both good. I did play Fallen Order like 3 or 4 times though, so I think I liked Fallen Order better, but I like them both. All right. I think I'm gonna stop it there with the touch-ups. I think I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Alright, what are we looking at here? I think I'm gonna move on to doing the leather. I like I'm feeling like doing some leather right now. Rick the door technician was the hardest boss for sure. That was funny. I like that. It was just a little meme. Do you only use Games Workshop colors? Previously I only used Games Workshop colors, but recently I got the Monument Pro Acryl colors, and these ones are really good. I like these, so I might go more into the Monument Hobbies colors, but that might be something where it's like when I run out of my Citadel paints, I'll replace them with Monument Hobby paints. Not sure yet. But yeah, the way I do leather is to start with like Rhinox hide, and then you slowly mix in Doombull brown to kind of build up like a light reddish brown. Generally how I like to do it. It gives you like a nice rich leather color. I have to leave for a short time. Nice Mario music. Thanks. Alright, Evil. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. So we've started to build up that nice reddish brown color. So then we can come in with something to start showing like wear and tear on the leather. And so the way we'll do that is with some lighter, more tan colors like Baneblade Brown and Carrick Stone. And then afterwards we'll do a glaze of like Doom Bowl Brown again to kind of integrate those colors. But these should stand out against the other colors we've been using previously. Kind of highlight that the leather is worn and cracking a little bit. And with this, you can take a more of a stippling approach, and kind of making a lot of small marks instead of doing like clean brush strokes. Add some variation in the texture of the leather. Now the Carrick Stone here. To hit kind of the corners and such. Give a layered effect to the wear. Alright, now we can come in with our Doom Bowl Brown here. Give it a nice glaze. Kind of tie everything together. Next, just kind of hopping around here, I think I'm going to move on to the banner a little bit. Although, let's see if I can... Oh, well... I guess I'll just do away with the cork, honestly. More trouble than it's worth. Get some nice red on this banner. The banner is a really nice focal point on the model, so we are going to spend quite a bit of time on it. Making sure we give it the attention it deserves. That's incredibly finicky to paint. While we're at it, we're also going to get out our good friend Gray Sear. Okay. Thinking it's probably about time to start working on some nice highlights. Kind of worked through getting base coats down, getting some minor details down, like the white, the tan, the leather on the packs, the red. So now I think it's time to do some work on the green highlights. Start making this model look nice and finished. Let's see here. So to highlight up our green, we're using Warpstone Glow and Moot Green. We're gonna start off by kind of sketching out our highlights, and then we'll move into some more blending. So to do this, we're gonna separate each part of the model into its own, I guess, part. So the chest, for example, you can kind of imagine the torso as a cylinder. So what we're gonna do is cylinders get nice, straight, like, line highlights. And so we're gonna just put a line in the center here, kind of straddled by the angel. And then this little, I don't know, mouth breather thing, same kind of thing. It's a cylinder, but it's horizontal, so we're gonna do a horizontal line instead of a vertical one. Lots of cylinders. Space Marines tend to be all cylinders, so mostly you just want to make sure that your highlights will like line up. That they make sense. The fingers, weirdly enough, are a lot blockier just because of the armor. So we'll kind of focus the highlights around like his top corners. Gonna highlight on the boots a little bit. Although these won't be highlighted up too much because they're under the cloak, so there's not a whole lot of light even shining on them. We still want to, put paint down there so that it looks painted, but don't want to spend too much time on it because, again, it's in shadow, so it actually wouldn't make sense for it to be very brightly highlighted. Another thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you make your highlights bigger than you want them to be in the end. So that you have some room to blend. It'll get to the point where the Dark Angel will actually start to look more like a salamander, because again we're over highlighting at this stage to make sure that we have room. Hey Kamikaze, how's it going? Nice. Yeah, things are going well for me. Continuing to paint my Dark Angel here. Although not just any Dark Angel. Azrael, the Grandmaster. Kind of working on building up some nice highlights for the they're called volumetric highlights. Yeah, like yesterday, same model. This time we're doing a bit more. We're a bit more technical today. Yesterday was a lot of base coating. A lot of just getting color down. Today we're working on refining that color. To make it look nice. Yo, what's up, Dark Mage? The colors are great. The dusty white is good. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I spent a good deal of time on that white. Getting it to look nice. I'll probably go over it with a contrast paint to bring it down a little bit. It'll also kind of smooth out some of the colors, more like a sand color. Yeah, you're talking about the robes, right? Yeah, kind of off stream. I worked a bit in getting some nice nice shading done. It's one of the staples of the Dark Angels, the nice light cream colored robes. So spent a bit of time making them look nice. Thank you. So these forearm guards are a bit of a weird shape. So I was talking about how cylinders, you tend to highlight the cylinders in a straight line along the direction of the cylinder. But here you kind of make more of an eye shape because the come on, focus up on the model. Because it is a cylinder, but it also like flares out at the edges. Oh man, it will not stop focusing on my hand. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. Playing MH Wild since the launch. It's been wild. It's been 5 hours. MH Wilds. Oh, Monster, got it. Cool. Yeah, I haven't played Monster Hunter. It looks cool though. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's always nice when they release a quality product. Oh, come on. Why is it having such a hard time focusing on the model? Yeah, I'm like watching it. I wonder if it's just how. I wonder if it's because of how dark the model is that it's having problems. But if I lower my hands a little bit more. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Is it a DLC or is it a whole new game? As I said, I don't know a whole lot about Monster Hunter. It's a whole new game? Nice. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Like I said, I never played the first one, but it's always looked like a cool game. So maybe the launch of a new game is a good place to start. Starting to learn Necrond, their story and gameplay. Oh, Necrons? Sheesh! Are you planning on collecting Necrons? That's super exciting. I think Necrons are really cool. I have the Necron kill team, but I haven't collected much more outside of that. But they're a really cool faction. Sci-fi robot skeletons. Like, let's go. Not really, but I like the fact that they exist. Yeah, they're really cool. They're like they're also like the fated like destroyers of worlds. Like, they're pretty cool. Oops. That thing didn't need to be on my desk anyway. They have a great story, I agree. It's a very cool faction. What's your favorite thing about the Necrons? What hooked you on their on looking into their story? their look first. Yeah, they do have a very distinct aesthetic. Cool. Then it was their power against some Astartes, yeah. Necrons are, they're one of the more dangerous factions, that most other factions kind of fear the Necrons on some level, which is fun. And the worst part about it is, a lot of times you don't even know they're there. You're just like sitting there colonizing a planet, or you've been on a planet for like hundreds of years, and then something happens. They wake up, and you're like, well, that's it, game over. GG. Too bad we were accidentally on a Necron tomb world. That's tough. You lost the lottery. If they exist, you will not. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's really exciting. Alright, now we gotta do the backpack. I like the aspect of the green. Like the green colors that I'm using. Yeah, the result it make. Yeah, it's kind of a non-metallic metal style, where you're looking to like recreate how light looks when it hits certain materials. So in this case, it's we're trying to kind of recreate a metallic like result. It's a really cool effect that I like to do. But it's very particular, and so generally the first step is sketching out your highlights, so that you can make sure your highlight placements are correct and look credible. So generally, that's what I'm doing now. I'll come back in, later, and kind of smooth out these blends. And once the blends get smoothed out, the effect really starts to look incredible. So. Hey Ilo, what's up? Thank you for the water. I appreciate the reminder. I'll also take this time to remind everyone else to drink some water. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. Yeah? Come on, you know you need it. Is beer a way to hydrate? I don't think so. But if that's what you need to do to drink water, I mean, sure. Well, yes, and actually no. Exactly. Like, technically you're drinking water, but does it hydrate you? No. That's funny though. Yeah. Doesn't mean I like it. So yesn't. Yeah. Exactly. It gives you a beer tummy. Yeah. Rip. All right. I think our highlight placements are starting to look pretty good. So now we can start to come in with, so we can start to come in and do a little bit of blending here. I'm gonna whip up a little bit of a glaze, which is just fancy words for really thin paint. Huh. You know, my size 1 brush isn't feeling so good. I think I'm gonna look into cleaning that brush out. I wonder what happened to it. Maybe I didn't clean it properly. I'm German and I don't like beer. Oh no! Yo. That's tragic. Sad story. Rip. Do you just not like alcohol, Ilo, or beer in particular? You don't like liquid bread? What's the purpose of this model? So this model is Azrael, the Grandmaster of the Dark Angels. So in lore, he's kind of the leader of the Dark Angels. In the game, he works as like a strong buff piece that that helps your army. Mostly it's strategic. I think a lot of the command models nowadays are more strategic focused, as opposed to just being like combat powerhouses. But this is kind of just the leader of the army. Only beer? Fair enough. You like wine, cocktails? What's your favorite cocktail? Oh, whiskey? Sheesh. I myself am not a fan of whiskey, but I do I do have a few friends that really like whiskey. Too much fire down your throat when you drink it, you know? I like I'll have a beer. Beer's good because it's cheap usually. It's got that got a taste for beer from my broke university days. Um, but I also like a Moscow Mule. Like if you really any mule. You get the lime and the ginger beer, um, and that's banging. Love me a good mule. The Americans are not the best. Yeah, I've had yeah. Actually, that's interesting. I'll have to try whiskey from other countries. Because I have only had the American whiskeys. Do you have a suggestion? Do you have a favorite whiskey that you can recommend me? I have not had Jameson. I think I've only had Jack Daniels actually. I was like, ooh, I'll try whiskey. I had Jack Daniels and was like, or wait, Jack Daniels. What's the one in Tennessee? Bruh, it's a classic. Sorry, bro. I tried whiskey, didn't like it, and thought that the other whiskeys would be similar. 3 wood, Ballantines for me. Oh, apparently everyone likes whiskey except me. I'll have to write these down. See if I can get my hands on some. All right, I'll see if I can get my hands on some, and then I'll report back. Starting to get some nice, smooth highlights. Work those color transitions a little bit. I'm not a great whiskey drinker. I feel more like rum. Yeah, I like rum better too. I like rum vodka better than whiskey. Although apparently I've been doing it wrong. I mean, when you make whiskey out of corn, then of course it's bad. That's so funny. The shade is real. What's what's other whiskey made out of? Out of curiosity. Is it like wheat? I feel like that's usually what alcohol is made out of. Wheat, yeah. Cool. Expected. we just got too much corn here. You gotta do something with it. Not saying that's the right thing to do with corn, but it's something, I guess. It's a choice for sure. A doctor once said that Warhammer painters are great surgeons. Nice. From the skills point of view, yeah. But I wouldn't trust a Warhammer painter to cut me open. Facts. I don't know. One anatomy book. I feel like I'd be pretty good at it. You saying you wouldn't trust me as a surgeon, Ilo? That hurts. Anatomy is a lot more difficult to learn than Warhammer 40k. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a fair statement. Gotta make sure the recesses stay nice and dark. Even through our blending process. Done 1 year in medical school to be a doctor. The anatomy was way too hard. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, I mean, I believe it. There is a reason I didn't want to study medicine. Yeah, it seems like a lot. I feel like it's also like a lot of pressure for your day-to-day job to be a doctor or a surgeon. So now you're here studying data science? Nice. Seems like a nice profession. Yeah, medical jobs are stressful, yeah. I'm definitely not built like that. Ah, no. They've come. The bots. Get out of here. Really? They have less pay than military or social. Nurse can work 16 hours and get paid like they do 9. That seems a bit unfair. I wouldn't say that the system in the States is any better though, so. They're quiet and I'm easily distracted. No, that's okay. I can handle the occasional bop every now and then. Hand out a quick ban. Two things here in Germany, 16-hour days are illegal. Yeah. Not paying all overtime is also highly illegal. Are you distracted yet? Yo. Oof. Yeah. Overtime and 16-hour days are not illegal in the US either. So, good for Germany though. Like a good... some workers' rights. You love to see it. feel like we're in 1931 or something. Yeah, oof. Alright, you know what? I may have just spent half an hour on this backpack, but it's a good looking backpack. There's some nice highlights. See if I can try and replicate some of that on the rest of the model though. It do be a good looking backpack. Yeah. So this blending is kind of does two jobs. It smooths out the blends, makes things look a bit nicer, but also it brings the color of the model back to that nice dark green that we expect from the Dark Angels. Oh no. And the old people telling us we don't want to work, yeah. Boofda. Things are definitely not looking great right now. Back for real this time? Hey, what's going on, Dark Mage? Can you believe it? Since the last time you left, I'm still doing highlights. That's why the Emperor is best, for real. Still doing green highlights here. But that's okay, because these green highlights are gonna be banging. Banging, banging. Maybe. We'll see. That was a lot of confidence I had. In my ability to do green highlights. It's important in the process. Exactly. My highlights tend to be edge highlights, then I'm done. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at you know, doing more highlights. So that's why we're here. It takes a lot more time, but it definitely looks good. So hopefully at some point I can get good, as they say. Zero highlights, maximum fun. Yeah. The highlighting process is okay. Honestly, I don't hate it. I'm definitely not gonna do it on every model though. Like, that is way too much work. But for the Grandmaster of the Dark Angels, I'll do some fancy highlights. He deserves it. No! Oh God. It's a disaster. That was close. Get some lime green on the tan cape. You'll love to see it. Gotta remind that Astartes fight for hundreds of years. So in terms of patience, we cannot be better, I think. Yeah. That they do. They definitely got us beat. To be fair though, they are literally built different, so I think it's unfair. I am gonna knock out a few edge highlights though. On certain parts. Yo, where does the helmet? Something like that. Is Belial after this? I do have Belial. And I think I have him built. I can go right into Belial after this. Started a new book, read one chapter, and it seems pretty good, but can't say for now. Do I have an entire Dark Angels army? I have a pretty good amount. I have a lot of Terminators because I heckin' love Terminators here over with the Dark Angels. I have a few Dreadnoughts, a few characters. Not a full like 2,000 points yet, but I'm thinking I'll get there eventually. What book do you read, Nilo? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will do Belial after this. Why not? I'll have to do a bit of cleanup on the model to make sure he's ready to paint. Shouldn't take too long though. The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I've never heard of it. Maybe I'll give it a look though. Blade Itself. Ooh, Dark Mage knows what it is? Is it good? No spoilers included, but I'm a fan of other fantasy writers more. Interesting. All right. Is it good enough that I should buy it, though, is the question. Or maybe just rent it from the library. Is it good enough to read? I'll have that instead. Yeah, it is, but it's part of a trilogy. Ooh, okay. So I have to commit to a full 3 books. Fair enough. You know, recently I've been looking for some more books to read, so might be a good place to start. If you're a fan of fantasy books, I can break out my collection. Sheesh. Yeah, you got any recommendations? What's your favorites? I am a fan of fantasy. Do you know The Lord of the Rings? Yes. I have, in fact, read The Lord of the Rings. That is a solid question, though, and definitely the place to start, though. If you haven't. Trilogy of books I recommend called the Red Sister Trilogy from Mark Lawrence. All right. Sounds good. I'll see if I can get on that. The principal is a bunch of deadly nuns. That's said. That's enough said. Yo. Hey, I'm here for it. Bunch of deadly nuns? That sounds lit. The Witcher song? Yeah, this I really like this playlist. The lo-fi kind of nerd tunes. Pretty banging a lot of the time. Also, Nevernight Trilogy by Jay Kristoff. But a word of warning, he's a pretty gritty writer. Got it. I'm also reading the Empire Trilogy by Mark Lawrence. Yeah, I'll have to look into Mark Lawrence. Seems like he's a good author. It's getting to the point where it's getting hard to hold this backpack without smudging parts that I've already painted. It might be time to put it on the model. Mark Lawrence is the best. He also wrote The Princess of Thorns, which is considered the best book, and also The Girl in the Mountain, which are set in the same worlds as the Red Sister books. Cool. Prince of Thorns. Prince of Thorns is the first book. Got it. Cool. Well, yeah, thank you all for recommendations. I appreciate it. I'll have to look into getting my hands onto some of these books. They sound legit. Let's get this backpack attached though. Over here pulling off paint left and right. Oof. Bro's looking pretty good though. Yeah, I just finished the Atlas 6 by Olivier Lake, which is like a modern set Magic world. Cool, cool, cool. Should have done this earlier, but I think it might be time for Null Oil on the silver metallics. The mandatory Null Oil over Lead Belcher. We see the difference? Nice. Also, if anyone likes Harry Potter, read Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. But the school eats children? Oh no. Wild. I mean, sure, why not? That's so funny. Posture check, thank you. And a hydrate? Sheesh. You know, water tastes really good. I don't know who invented that, but they deserve an award, you know? Just chat Butler right now. For real, for real. How else am I supposed to drink water though? Supposed to remember myself? Nah, that's not happening. Alright, let's see if we can get the the secondary robes to be the right color. Instructions unclear. Sniff the water, drink air. Oof. Ugh. I could just feel like, you know when you like get water up your nose when you're swimming, like When you said sniffed water, that's the first thing that came to mind, and I was like, no, please. It's the worst. There's actually not a whole lot of silver metallic on this model, which is like pretty nice. Did I say I was gonna do his secondary robes? I got the memory of a goldfish, apparently. First though, I'm gonna do some of the quote unquote white areas. I did all the white on the body, but none of it on like the backpack and not that, for sure. None of it on the backpack and banner. I'm gonna put a quick Griff Charger gray wash on that. Should probably continue working on my Night Lord. Yeah, good luck with that. I look forward to seeing it done. If it helps, you can just sit on my stream and hobby. If you need like a time of the week to dedicate to hobbying, you can use my stream as an excuse to sit down and hobby every week. Yeah, I do that sometimes, but right now I'm lazy. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Not enough Griff Charger Gray. That nice bluish tint to the... Kinda wish I did this before I attached the backpack, but at the end of the day, I was stripping off a lot more paint because I didn't have a good place to hold the backpack, so Kind of an L either way. All right. I think that's really pink. I want to say this is the color that we're looking at. It's like a dark pinkish purple for the the secondary robes. Let's see if I can. No, I think we want darker. For sure. Let's see. And we're mixing paints. Is that contrast? Yep. I'm mixing Drucci Violet and Sigvald Burgundy. And it gets you kind of a that was way too much burgundy. Holy. It's more of a color's more of a purple than it is like burgundy. I don't think it's dark enough. I'll have to come in. This really isn't working. I think partially because it was already a little wet, and partially because I'm trying to mix paint colors and such. Probably have to let that dry a little bit before I actually. I can dry it off maybe with a dry paintbrush. All right, let's try this again. Definitely gonna require multiple coats. The color really isn't staying. Oh, that's why. Lol, Drucci Violet is a shade. Lamau? I promise I can read. I was like, why is this so thin? It's not a contrast paint. That's why. Have a good purple for this. Have Leviathan purple. It's almost done. Yeah, we're trying to get there. But we're also throwing here in the last little bit. By using shade paints instead of contrast paints here. And it's really not giving us the effect that we want. See if this will do better. Maybe contrast paint wasn't the way to go for this one. Not really working out for me. See if we can dry it off a little bit here. This is where I need a hair dryer. pretty sure you have a hairdryer. Yeah. I know. I just don't want to set it up right now. Alright, that's really not going well. But I am also running out of time here. So I think I'm gonna end it here for the day. End on an L, which is tough. How great is it to see the evolution of like painting from start to finish? It's really fun, and I like seeing before and afters too. It's always exciting, especially if you just take like a picture at like when it's just base coats, and then you know when you've highlighted and shaded everything. It's fun, and I'll say, you know, sometimes it's hard to see the progress that you've done, and so you know, taking a quick look like before and after is very helpful, and being like, yeah, you know what, I did a lot today. Like today, got some great green highlights on the armor and stuff, which is good, big, huge. We got the backpack attached. Got some work on the banner. We did the silver metallics. So got a lot done today, which is great. You can be happy for today. Great work. Thank you, Kamikaze. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it, and thank you for the book recommendations. Add Dark Mage and ILO. I'll look into those. I'll be streaming again next week. I should be streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again, in line with the schedule. So hopefully I will see you all next time. Until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.